Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the film. As our panel this evening gather on the front desk. So what I think we'll do, we're starting a little late on this section, and I've asked the speakers to help with you because this is an evening session after a long day for all of us to help us move through this next section. So we're going to have a number of speeches from a wide variety of perspectives, and we'll receive those presentations, and then when we've heard from our panel members, I will introduce a discussion to the floor. So I'm very much hoping you have the energy to contribute your thoughts when we get to the open discussion at the end of the prepared speeches. So, with no further ado, I will pass to our first and main speaker of the evening, the former Health Minister and President of Switzerland, and film star, we've just seen, and now member of the Global Commission. So, Ruth Dreyfuss, would you like to start us off?
Thank you, Mike. Yes, I had the opportunity to speak to you through the movie, so I will be very brief. And also because I prefer to have the opportunity to have exchange with all of you. When I watched this movie, I participated in it, in the different version it took. I think on one side, it's amazing what happened at the time, from the beginning of this adventure, the beginning also of the Global Commission on Drug Policy. And on the other side, this movie is updated. It is updated because the taboo now is broken. I think the discussion is taking place everywhere, in countries, on the ground, in international fora, so that the call of the movie, of the documentary, to break the taboo is a call that now is not necessary to repeat. And this is the amazing acceleration we had witnessed in this last 4 or 5 years, because it's in this period that really the discussion came on with this magnitude that we know now. On the other side, I think this movie is still very important because it shows the different harms that are driven by policy. I mean, I want to be understood very well. There is a harm of drug consumption. It's not a good idea to consume drugs. It's clear it's not a good idea to consume in an abusive form alcohol, tobacco, and so on. But the harm of the consumption is, on one side, not automatically a harm touching everybody. I mean, there is also a way to consume in a more or less reasonable way some of the substances that are now illicit. And the way we answer, or the authorities answer to this kind of consumption is driving the people into a less rational and reasonable consumption. And it is pushing the people inside a consumption that is harmful not only for the substance, but for the marginalization, for the way the consumption takes place, for exchange of syringes, for people who are injecting drugs, for the consequences on the possibilities for these people to find a way to be active in the society, to find a way to be professionally active, and so on. So I mean, there is a real harm, a real policy-driven harm also linked with the issue of the drugs consumption, and I think we have to face it and to look if there are better solutions to deal with this. The second thing I want to say is we cannot we have to accept the challenging, corrupting, violence power of the criminal organization. Speaking about regulation, speaking about new solution, has nothing to do with accepting the power taken by a criminal organization, and we are in the Commission very concerned about the extension of the power of criminal organization in the last 30 years, and the spread of their power worldwide. I mean, there is a nice picture, not nice picture in the movie, where you see really that like in araignée, how do you say in araignée? I mean, this animal who is making such a spider, the whole world is under the power of criminal organization. Our commission has a little sister now in West Africa, for instance, that is really looking and very concerned about the situation in a new country which is now a hub for drug, a hub interesting for the consumer of Europe, and which should interest European authorities in order to help also these countries to find a smart drug policy. So it's not a matter of not collaborating internationally to be smart in trying to solve the drug problems and to fight against criminal organization. On the contrary, it's really the necessity now not only to break the taboo, but to leave the countries experiment new models in public health, and that's clear, and that's the reason why I am a movie star, as you say, because in Switzerland we had the opportunity to experiment with scientific monitoring some new approaches, but other countries can do the same and look for other solutions that should be shared with everybody so that the result can bring us either to adopt them or to refuse them. So this is the need we have now. We need new models in the public health, but also in the reglementation or the control of the market. And I am very thankful to Uruguay, for instance. I'm very thankful to Portugal and to other countries, the Czech Republic, who are looking how to decriminalize, how to control the market, how to different models of new law enforcement. Controlling a market is not renouncing of the rule of law and the possibility really to to control the thing. At the contrary, I am living in Geneva in a neighborhood where the deal is everywhere. I must say a liberalized market such as this one is a rarity. Generally, the control is better. The control is better on food, the control is better on tobacco, the control is better on alcohol, it is better on medicine. But in the streets where I am living, there is no control at all. It's a free market. It's a self-service, and this has to be changed. So our call, but we have to go further in a serious proposals of different and analysis of different models. Our call now is to say, yes, we cannot leave these substances in the hand of criminals. We have to take over this responsibility, we as states, we as communities, and we have to control the drug market. So that is now our message and our aim, and the international discussion in the UN, in the bodies in Vienna who are in charge with the implementation of the convention has now the task, I think, to give the countries the possibilities to explore these new ways. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ruth. And moving straight on from the perspective